Hello, Cancer signs. Welcome to your reading. Let's dive straight into it. I do have an arm injury on this side, so I can't move it too much or shuffle. So I've shuffled everything. So let's dive into it. I'm going to be pulling everybody a kind of spirit animal for the week. An animal that's looking after you, that's guiding you. And you guys have the cobra, which is quite interesting. This card represents maybe being a bit of a student this week. So maybe you're learning something. The quote that actually comes in the book of this says, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So for some of you, maybe you are just studying, or maybe somebody comes into your life who gives you really amazing advice, like advice that you really need. Okay, so whatever it is, be aware of it. There is a teacher coming into your life, or maybe it's your higher self. All right, pay attention, because answers are coming away. Things that you may need to learn are coming through for you guys this week. So let's dive into your reading. As I said, I've already shuffled everything. You're by the book, which is interesting. Similar message, actually. This is about following the leader. This is a really good time to, again, follow the footsteps of other people in order to get where it is that you want to go. So whether it's in terms of business, for example, or just looking at somebody as inspiration, I always say that whoever I'm reading for, when this card comes up, you're the little elephant. Okay, you're the little baby elephant. Regardless of your age, there's clearly something that you need guidance in. Makes sense with the cobra. Okay, and it's saying this is not a time to try and figure it all out on your own. There is strength in community. There's strength to going back and listening to what other people's experiences are, because they can fast track you a lot of times. So instead of trying to figure everything out on your own, like maybe even just getting researching something, getting other people's opinions and experiences, reading a book. Some of you need to read a book about whatever it is that you're trying to learn, or whatever it is, whatever goal you want and desire in life. In there, just showing me a message here, kind of like, instead of just learning the hard way through maybe your own experience, trying to figure it out on your own, a book or a conversation with somebody could teach you so much more in just 10 minutes of your time, or an hour of your time, or whatever, in one day, rather than spending the next 5 years of your life trying to figure everything out, going through all the trial and error. It feels like you're being fast tracked because of looking at others as inspiration and following their footsteps here, going by the book. Okay. So very strong theme maybe about studying again. But let's carry on with your reading. You have daughter, personal healing, and happiness coming up for you guys. Here says a beautiful dove bird, which represents that you are entering a period of peace, of happiness. That rainbow here suggests the sun is finally shining after a difficult storm. Okay, let's get you some more. Openness. You're being called to be open. We have that full moon here. Okay, so full moons are usually, not only is it like about illuminating something's being illuminated, okay, something's being made clear to you, but also it's about releasing. There are some things that we might need to release, and it requires openness, okay, to be open to the information that comes your way, to the answers that come your way, to knowing what you need to let go of for new beginnings. Get 3 of these. You have gossip. People could be talking about you at this time, Cancer. You have gossip, rejection, and service. That's interesting. Okay, when gossip comes through, don't worry about people who gossip about you. Okay, you could be hot topic at the moment, Cancer. I would just say if people are gossiping about you negatively, it's a good time to just stay away. You're going to realize who's the right people to be around and who is not. The last thing Spirit wants you to do, though, is change yourself so that you are not gossiped about. You understand? I think that's also why openness is here. I feel like there's a need for some sort of like self-acceptance. Be unique, be yourself, live the life that you are here to live. Don't worry about other people's judgments. The good kind of people that you want to be around would never judge you for being yourself, right? Or for being different in any way. Okay, be aware of people that might be projecting on you. I'm sensing a bit of projecting. People could be mad at you for shining out because, they felt like they had to fit in, so they changed themselves to fit into society or whatever. And they expect you to do the same because it's almost unfair. Well, I had to fit in. I feel like that's someone that you're dealing with this week. Again, don't worry about it. It doesn't feel that bad from my point of view. It doesn't feel like it's significant, but just be aware of it this week. You have rejection as well coming through. So You could be fearing rejection from people around you. Maybe that's a reason why you're struggling with openness. Again, similar message. I wouldn't worry about it. Don't allow the fear of rejection to get in the way of your creativity and your learning and your expressiveness, whatever. Okay, if you do experience rejection here, just remember it's just protection in some way. Be open to maybe some constructive criticism, but not gossip, of course. And service. Now this is an interesting one because you could be being called to service. Now for some of you, I will say maybe some of you are being called to do something that again benefits or helps others. In this case, some of you, it could be like medical, or it could be healing others in some way. That could be something that you're learning, studying, wanting to go into, or even if it's just being of service to family members, maybe that's something that you feel called towards doing here. I feel like that's going to make itself more clearer as the reading goes on. Let's get you 3 of these. This is the Let Go Flow deck, which I love. You have intuition coming up this week of being guided to trust your intuition, all right, and your inner guide, your inner teacher with that cobra. Listen with your highest self, connect with your highest self, listen to your gut feeling, follow your inner voice. Do not listen to your external world, the gossip, the rejection. Where are you being called to go? What decisions are you being called to make? Okay, you are enough, Cancer. It's just a reminder. Self-love needed. You are perfect as you are. You deserve love. Okay, don't search for it in the wrong places though. Okay, and then you have yes. So the answer is yes. So whatever you're wanting to do or whatever you're deciding, Spirit is also happy about it too. Okay, they're saying yes. All right. Am I done here? I'm going to go into a tarot. Again, I can't shuffle at the moment. I can't shuffle very well. So here we go. Let's just get you some cards for you. 9 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, the World, the Devil. That feels like that's that gossip here. And 7 of Swords. Here we go. I will clarify this as well. So let's see what this is about. So 9 of Wands tells me that you could be feeling a little bit protective of yourself this week, a little bit guarded, a little bit worried, scared, maybe even as well. This is a wounded warrior card. Okay, so maybe again you have been through some sort of challenges lately and you're a little bit on a protective side this week. No harm in it. Just don't prevent yourself from going forward in life out of fear. Okay, that's what I will say with it. Okay, you've been wounded clearly, all right, maybe by gossip, maybe by rejection this week, okay, but it's still saying be open though, okay? You have the 10 of Pentacles as well, which is great. This is a really great card when it comes down to your financial situation, all right? So maybe you are feeling financially stable or an opportunity is opening up for you guys to feel supported, stable, financially stable. But this is not always about finances. It's just about family, support system. It's a really solid card, okay? It's like building a legacy, building something strong that will withstand, the test of time is what I want to say. So you're building something amazing. Okay. This is really good news this week. This is really good news this week that there is maybe some closeness in a family or guidance in a family, or the door is opening to this beautiful 10 of Pentacles. You also have the 7 of Cups. So there's a little bit of, there might be a lot of options this week, and a lot of confusion around the options that you might have in front of you. Okay, 7 of Cups just says that maybe, again, there's just a little bit of uncertainty. And maybe this is the right time, though, for that teacher to arise. So make sure you're connecting with yourself and your intuition about what you're feeling guided towards taking, what doors you're feeling called to open here. Because not all of the options that are in front of you are good. Okay, and you're probably aware of that as well. So this is where I say that it's really good to find someone who inspires you, okay, who has something that you want, or, has information that you might want to hear, and reach out to them. All right, follow, even if it's somebody online, see what their tips are, figure out what they're also doing as well, because it can really help you in terms of making decisions and allowing yourself to be led somewhere, especially if you're feeling a bit overwhelmed with options or feelings and emotions, okay? You have the wild card, so a new beginning is opening up for you guys this week, a new cycle in your life. The wild is always a nice card, so I do like it. Maybe a time where you're having to let your guard down a little bit here as well. But let's clarify this in a second. The devil is showing up in your reading. It's Capricorn energy, but it can also speak about temptations, addictions, things that are keeping us chained and stuck. Could also be toxic people. Again, fears maybe even as well. So it's just kind of a little bit of be aware when your intuition is showing you that something is not the right thing for you, okay? Because I'm almost sensing a little bit of a potential of slipping into something that's not going to help you to grow in any way and might not be a very good environment for you. So again, if there is any rejection, great. Maybe it's protection in some way. If you are dealing with any fears, openness again is here to help you untrap yourself or unstick yourself from the devil energy. And then you have the Seven of Swords, deception, lies, sometimes it's self-sabotage. If it's to do with use, we will clarify what this is. It can also be about building a strategy, but because we have the Seven of Cups on top of that and Seven of Swords, I don't like it very much because it almost feels like, oh, well, it's too overwhelming. I'm just going to go back to what I've been doing. And it looks like here the Seven of Swords is running back to that devil energy. So don't go back to fear. Don't go back to bad habits just because things are overwhelming. Get clarity. Reach out to somebody, okay? Or maybe again, like dive into your intuition and your inner self because it knows where you need to go. It knows what to pick. You need to trust it though, okay? That devil is tempting to run back to the comfort zone, to the familiar hell, as they all say. It's a little bit of a dramatic thing to say, but the familiar hell could be anything. Those temptations, the bad habits that you might have, they're comfortable quite clearly, but you have a potential to start something new here. So I really want you to do that. The new can be scary. I think that's why the Nine of Wands is here as well. But let's see. You're being told that you are enough. So clearly that devil could be that feeling of not being enough. So maybe I'm just going to go and hide in the shadows, where it's comfortable, but it's not good and it's not helping you to grow either. Let's get you some more. All right, the Nine of Wands with the Two of Cups. All right, Ten of Pentacles, Seven of Swords. Could be a little bit of secrets going on in the family in some way, or again, the need to build a strategy for your finances. The Empress and the Seven of Cups. The World and the Four of Swords, so prioritizing resting and healing in this new chapter. The Hierophant came out here. Okay. Yeah, it kind of feels a little bit like there is a little bit of sneakiness going on this week, and I'm not exactly sure what it is because I don't feel... If you've been in a situation, for example, with somebody who is a little bit of like a liar, somebody who sneaks around a little bit, and just pay attention to it. Your intuition will tell you about the situation, okay? But I'm not entirely picking up on that. Let's see what this is. Sorry. Right. Nine of Wands and the Two of Cups. There's a little bit of fear of vulnerability here this week, especially when it comes down to your connections. The Two of Cups suggests that there is mutual love here. Okay. It's a great exchange. It's a soulmate connection. But the Nine of Wands tells me that maybe you've been a bit wounded in the past when it comes down to your connections to people. So there's a little bit of a distrust here, or a worry or a fear, or having those very strong walls and afraid to let them down just in case somebody hurts you or somebody, it's a fear of vulnerability. It could be any reason. It could be, again, maybe some things that you feel insecure about. It could be the reason why you're preventing yourself from getting involved on a deeper level with people, any kind of relationship really. So just pay attention to it this week. You are enough. You deserve love. You deserve mutual love. So it may scare you, especially if you're not very used to it, like connection and openness with people. But I think it's going to really deepen your connections this week, okay? Ten of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords. I never really like the Seven of Swords, but I do understand that it is kind of about a strategy. He's made a very clever strategy, but it is something that is very controversial. So maybe there's something controversial coming up this week about how you're going to get this 10 of Pentacles, this happy home, this stability, this financial windfall in some way. financial opportunity, there might be a little bit of a sneaky strategy going on here. Especially if it's to do with finances or career, because you have Pentacles here as well, on top of the Seven of Swords too. And the High Priestess being about like a secret. A secret opportunity. Maybe that's something's going on here. Maybe you're not telling people about, you know, your finances or what's going on. A new beginning. So then I'm not picking up anything like crazy around it, but you pick up on it however you need to pick up. If you are worried that someone's being sneaky in the family, then pay attention to it. If that's what your intuition is saying, then pay attention to it, of course. Be mindful of it, okay? Right. You then have the Seven of Cups, and on top of that is the Empress. So the Empress is good. It's about knowing your worth, knowing your value. It is about bringing something to life. So you guys could be bringing something to life. She is the pregnant person here in the tarot deck. So if you're not pregnant, it really is just about a new beginning. You're bringing something to life. It could be an idea. It could just be a new way of being, okay? Whatever it is, I love it. The Empress is an amazing card, but the Seven of Cups is almost like there's a lot of different options around this. Maybe on how to become the Empress, on how to become abundant, how to manifest maybe even as well. There's a little bit of confusion around this that's blocking you from really embracing the abundance that the Empress has, right? She's super confident within herself. She's very confident in what she's bringing to life. She's connected to the world around her. She's connected to her divine feminine. So regardless of your gender, you could be struggling a little bit here, or overwhelmed with options or feelings this week. All right. You also have, and again, with the Empress, I think this is a reminder here to attract and not chase here. If things are unclear, do not force it. I really kind of feel like, just similar to what I said with the Cobra and the by the book, don't force anything. Like the teacher will come to you. The lessons will come to you. Like I feel like this week, don't overwhelm yourself with trying to search for things. I almost feel like it's going to come to you when you're ready for it. Like, I don't know. That's just what's coming up. Right. You're the wild card and the Four of Swords. I love this. This represents healing, focusing on your health. Okay. So if your health has been a little bit, you know, unstable lately, this is a good sign that things are changing in that matter, because the world has a new beginning. So you're having a new beginning when it comes down to your health, healing. All right, so this is inner healing. Anything that has hurt you or made you feel a certain way, you're healing that. You're being able to completely transform. And I say that because the world is almost like a glow up. You could be glowing up here, feeling better with yourself here, feeling more confident, which I like as well. So I do enjoy that. You then have the Devil. On top of the Devil, we actually have the Queen of Swords and the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is about faith, and the Devil is about fear. And the Queen of Swords being here is about boundaries, and I want to say choices as well. That the swords are always about choices to me. And the Queen of Swords, you know, she knows when to place boundaries. And I think maybe you need more boundaries in a relationship. For some of you, if you are in a relationship with the Hierophant, or maybe any kind of commitments, that could be jobs or contracts sometimes. I want you to really set some strong boundaries here. And even with yourself as well, if you have tendencies to step into that devil energy in relationships, or kind of maybe even question your own faith and your own beliefs, then again, this is a really important time they're asking you to work on that. Maybe being of service will help you a bit more to come out of that devil energy. And I'm not saying you're the devil. Again, the devil energy is fear. It's feeling trapped. It's, again, being disconnected from your faith or your beliefs. So I think that there is something here coming through. There could be like an external situation going on in a relationship as well. And I'm not sensing third party, although you do have two Seven of Swords here, but it doesn't feel like that. It just feels like somebody who's trying to dictate to these two people, like that Devil is. The Queen of Swords and the Hierophant, there needs to be stronger boundaries in this, because the Queen of Swords, if this is you, somebody's not tolerating it anymore. Okay, Queen of Swords is detached, she's cold. Okay, so there's a need to place strong boundaries, even if it's with yourself. Okay. Then clarifying the Seven of Swords, like we said earlier, you have the Hierophant, the High Priestess and the Ace of Pentacles. So it does feel like there is an opportunity coming away, financial stability, whatever it is to you. It feels good. I love it. It's a new beginning. So I do enjoy that. Maybe something that you knew was coming in. Maybe that's why you were being a little bit sneaky about it or not telling certain people. And maybe that's for the best. But especially if there's gossip and rejection around you, like I think it's for the best to avoid sneaky people. Maybe you're also finding a strategy, listening to your intuition, doing something unconventional to get a really stable new beginning as well. Maybe that's what it is, but whatever it is, not my business. Whatever it is, I feel like it's fine. All right, my angels. Well, let me know how this resonated with you. I feel I would love to know. I wish you guys all the best for the week ahead. Please let me know if it resonated with you, and also like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys next time. All right.